Today we're doing a 10-minute AI Damask challenge. First, meet Aja, who's going to be running our AI today. Carina, that's me, is going to be drawing a damask in Adobe Illustrator. Today's challenge is AI versus
Carina.
And what we're going to do is a 10-minute damask challenge.
All right, today's rules are 10 minutes for Carina drawing a damask, 10 minutes for me doing AI for the damask. Then we're gonna try and put it in a repeat for other projects.
Yeah, and so I think we have to both put, well, you might not need to do this, but I need to allocate the last 2 minutes to putting it into repeat because it takes a hot second to get into repeat. So I'm a little nervous about that. The damask part's gonna be easy. The repeat part, that's the tricky part. And tricky for you too, because you're not sure if AI will do it.
And it will be repeatable.
Ooh. We only get 10 minutes for this challenge. Not only do we need a damask, but it needs to be a seamless repeat. I have a mouse timer to tell us when we're out of time. We're ready, so turning it on for 10 minutes and let's go. 10 minutes begins. Go. Aja is working in Adobe Firefly, and I'm working in Adobe Illustrator and have to draw all the different parts. Aja is finding a few different options, even if they aren't repeated the way she would like. Several are also fleur-de-lises and not really damasks. I'm just struggling to get a damask built. I can't get the shape right, and it's a lot of little pieces. Aja is getting through several options, even though she can tell they're a little bit messy. I use the last couple of minutes to get a seamless repeat made. With not much time left, I duplicate over the damask and flip it over to create a more complicated pattern. Before we know it, time is up. This challenge was a little crazy and a lot to fit into only 10 minutes. It's time for us to compare notes. Here is what I ended up creating from scratch. This is why I actually love damask, is it turned out way more intricate because I have it blocked up and down here. So that's how I was able to get it. It's in perfect repeat, so that means that it doesn't matter where I move this thing, it's set up exactly in repeat. You guys saw how fast a repeat goes. Once you really know how to build a good repeat, it's usually extremely fast. And I did draw all these little pieces and reused a lot of things. So I'm feeling pretty good. That was pretty fast. It's more intricate than I thought it would be. I was thinking I'd go way, way simpler, but the doubling up really helped it. How'd I do?
It's a lot more detail oriented than mine is. Mine's a little more sparse, like with a little more white space in it.
Okay, let's check it out.
It looked better on here than it does when I actually bring it up. And that's where I noticed a lot more of the extra flaws when I opened up, even when I did the swirls too. They looked better on the website for some reason. Then when I opened up, I was like, oh, those are a lot more.
Like have like little scrapes and bumps in them, so you'd have to do a lot of cleanup on them.
Yeah. Which is what I would have to do with this pattern.
We're gonna check for pattern repeat as well. So that's the other thing.
So this is the pattern that I got.
Oh, so it was looking to like build out like full on instead of like tight scale, which I love. And if I had the time to build really pretty shapes, but I didn't.
Yeah.
So I'd need another 5 minutes.
Yeah, I definitely could like vectorize this and clean it up a little bit, give it a little more prettier, softer shaping in here. It's still pretty blobby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so like I think you'd have to redraw pieces of that, but it is a great, I think it's a really good starting point.
Yeah.
All right, are we checking to see if it's actually in repeat?
Check the repeat now. So I'll zoom in and we'll look to see where that repeat should go here. And I'm not seeing any white lines down the center, right?
That's pretty
Should
good.
Be 3 across, so 1, 2, 3. I'm not seeing any flaws there either, so not bad for,
I think it's really good.
Repeat.
I'm impressed that it was able to repeat the way it did.
Yeah, I am too. I was expecting it to not quite line up quite as perfectly as it did, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised that it did.
Finally, here's the pro and con list for anyone who wants to understand how to use AI better. Okay, we are gonna do our pro and con list. Let's start with pro this time. Wait, have we been doing pro?
Yeah, let's start with cons.
Oh, let's start with cons. Okay, so big con was, you took the same 10 minutes as me.
I still took 10 minutes to find a decent enough repeat.
Production time.
Yeah, I will have to do some cleanup on that for sure.
You still need a designer. Designers, we still need you. I think those are really all the cons. This is probably my favorite one we've done so far because I feel like AI did an amazing job. I thought it gave us like a traditional shape. If you struggle with shapes with things like damask, like I actually thought it gave us a great shape to work from.
Yes, it did.
Foundation or starting point. Man, AI can really provide you with some great ideas to get going. Was there anything around the 5-minute mark that maybe would have worked?
There was some stuff, but everything was very basic. Okay, this is it. And the one that I did choose was probably the closest, but then further inspection, when I opened it up, I was like, oh yeah, still, I thought it was gonna be like minimal cleanup, but no, it still was like, for my standards, I would have to go in and vectorize, smooth some things, kind of change a little bit.
I put in words again because we're still like, it's like you'd still have to keep digging around to get it to where you want it to go with your words. Ooh! It's a true seamless repeat.
It was, yes.
I was into that. I was like, yes, it's a true seamless repeat. So, man, that is brilliant. Here's the only thing is if you don't know how to create a seamless repeat and then you go to vectorize this, it will not work. It will not be the same. So you still have to re-vectorize it, right? Because you have to redraw the little piece. To me, the biggest issue for me is how much work AI is. Everybody thinks it's easier. I actually think it's more work. You take the 5 minutes. Cleanup of any one item usually takes me about 20 minutes, like at least 20 to 30 minutes to do true cleanup. Then you do it in a seamless repeat if you're fast. Then you add your coloring and all the stuff that I had to do anyway. So you're basically doing the same work. So we're talking about 5 minutes plus maybe another 25 plus the 5 for coloring. We're still talking about 35 minutes. 15 minutes for me, 35 minutes for AI. So what we're still talking about is you think AI is so fast when it's actually taking you more time. Now, in our perfect world, wouldn't we want to merge the two?
Yeah.
I think in the perfect world, we're merging the two. I could draw it in 10 minutes, have it in seamless repeat in those 10 minutes, and then spend the last 5 minutes coloring it, distressing it, and making sure that it looks good for production. We're still talking about 20 minutes. It's still shorter than using AI directly and trying to use their tools to then clean up all the mess that they've got going on.
Definitely how I would use it as well. It's a great starting off point. It's a great place to get ideas, how to get that nice, beautiful damask shape. Sometimes is a struggle for me. It's probably not so much for Carina, but for me, I struggle with, do I put on there to make this pretty damask? So for me, it would be a great starting off. You would have to like fix it and manipulate it in order to.
Which you saw me take, it only took me 2 minutes to really get it into repeat. And if you were gonna use that simple repeat, like they had it way scaled down, that is like a 1 minute, like if you learn how to do repeats, that's like a 1 minute repeat. You have so much more creative freedom if you own and can draw the damask yourself.
Because that's one of the things that I was noticing. I wasn't getting more of something, like I was looking for something more of like what Carina created, a little more intricate, a little more detailed, a little more together. But most of the patterns that I was getting were more with the white space in there.
At the end of the day, making is easier than finding.
Yeah.
So, hope you guys like this challenge. That was really fun. If you love these challenges, let us know in the comments. We would love to do more of them for you. We also love some of your ideas for what you think that challenges could be, which is also kind of scary.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Okay, we'll see you guys later.
And that's it for another great challenge. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to see more fun videos about design, or visit carinagardner.com for more information on my programs and designs.